All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us as we are very excited to be here in Miami, Florida. I'm Ray Flores on behalf of Eagle Fight Club. A new day is dawned in the world of mixed martial arts on Friday, January 28th, as Eagle Fight Club will make its United States debut here at the amazing FLX Arena here in Miami. And I want to bring up some of the individuals that will be talking on behalf of Eagle Fight Club. This man, an MMA legend, his record a perfect one, 29 bouts, 29 victories, been there, done that at the highest level. He went ahead and retired as the greatest lightweight in UFC history, as he had a tremendous run in the sport, having retired last year in 2020. Not only is he a former UFC champion, but he has a vision that is unparalleled and incomparable to anything that we've seen in the world of mixed martial arts. He wanted to remain in the industry by promoting world-class events, and he's certainly done that. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Khabib Nurmagomedov. He is the Eagle Fight Club founder. Khabib Nurmagomedov, ladies and gentlemen, also the Flex Media CEO, Alan McGlade, ladies and gentlemen. Alan has had a position that he's held since March of 2020 to gear up what you see in front of you today. He has a deep media background as a CEO of a cable network and executive at Viacom, and also a partner company with major record labels to launch many of the first streaming services. Also, a man who has done quite a bit in the world of mixed martial arts and in the fight business, largely behind the scenes, but his contributions as the longtime manager of Khabib Nurmagomedov certainly second to none. Now Risvan has partnered with Habib to execute the former UFC champion's vision for Eagle Fight Club. Ladies and gentlemen, the Eagle Fight Club CEO, I present to you Risvan Magomedov. And also Elliot as well, our very proud investor, and very glad that Elliot is here. So ladies and gentlemen, as we talked about Friday, January 28th on Flex Media from the Flex Arena, we present to you Eagle Fight Club 44, the United States debut for Eagle Fight Club. Habib, I will start with you. What does it mean for you to be involved in, still behind the scenes as a promoter now? You competed at the highest level, dominated everybody, and now you are bringing Eagle Fight Club here to the United States. What does this mean to you?
Hi guys, what's up? Good to see you here. Thank you for coming. I think it's been a lot for me, like I've been doing these things, not like promoter, like on this sport I'm all my life, I become very success on this sport, and I have so much knowledge, and I feel like I can share with my knowledge with a lot of young generation, with the young guys. And right now I have good opportunity to create some platform like Eagle FC and give opportunity for young guys around the world, like from everywhere, like even we're gonna have even like from Africa, Asia, like from Europe, from US, from Brazil, from everywhere. We're gonna have fighters here in Eagle FC. And when time come, like I take this opportunity, and now we're here in Miami.
So what makes Eagle Fight Club different compared to that of other MMA organizations?
Honestly, right now is nothing special. Right now is nothing special. We're just beginning, and we're gonna change some couple weights. We're gonna change a couple weights. It's gonna be like 165, 175, like this, and we're gonna change a little bit system, little bit. Not the rules, but we're gonna change a little bit system, and we will see, And right now is like we're just beginning, and next year we're gonna have a very big show here on this arena, and end of the January, and I'm very exciting.
Eagle FC 44 marks a brand new chapter for the company, with it being the United States debut. What are you hoping to accomplish as we head towards 2022?
You know, it was like 1 year ago when I just become owner Eagle FC and by this promotion. It was exactly 1 year ago, December 2020, and right now it's like after 1 year we make 43 show around the world. Number 44 is gonna be end of the January next year, and I just want to change a couple things. Like and one of the main things I just want. Eagle FC become global promotion, and that's why we open here main quarter here in Miami, and this promotion gonna become not only from Russia. It's gonna be we're gonna make events. We're gonna still make event around the world, but main like home is gonna be here in Miami.
So you're saying that the home of Eagle FC will now be here in Miami?
Yes, yes. Like next year, we're gonna make here maybe 7, 8 show,
Yes.
and I don't even talk about other shows like around the world, Russia, USSA country, in Middle East. Here in Miami, we're gonna make like 7, 8 show. This is a plan for next year, and if we talk about 2023, like maybe every month couple show we're gonna make. Like I don't wanna talk about what's gonna happen after a couple years, but next year we have very big year. You know, I'm very exciting and I can't wait when we're gonna make here first show, main event, Tyrone Spong versus Sergey Kharitonov, and you know it's like two guys, one of the best strikers in the world right now, and these guys they have experience fighting in MMA, kickboxing and boxing. They have amazing skill and stand up, and it's gonna be outstanding fight. You know, it's like we have great main event.
He's already a tremendous promoter. Khabib Nurmagomedov, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Looking forward to our main event, Tyrone Spong, Sergey Hiratonov. And now we'll talk with the Flex Media CEO, Alan McGlade. Alan, you've been working on this for quite a while to be able to go ahead and work with the entire team that we have here with Eagle Fight Club. How does this fit in with what we're seeing here with the Flex Arena and Flex Media? How does that fit into what we're talking about today?
Yeah, well, Ray, we actually have two sister companies, Eagle FC, which Risvan will talk about a little bit more in a minute, and Flex Media. So Eagle FC is the company that recruits fighters and stages the MMA fights and events, and Flex Media produces the events and distributes them globally. So basically, we've covered the full value chain. We have everything from staging the MMA events to producing them to distributing them around the world.
Now, when we're talking about the Flex Arena, I walked in here yesterday, and for those of you that haven't been able to get a full tour, this place is unbelievable. But why did you decide, and why did the company, both sides, decide to pick Miami to build the Flex Arena? Because it is unbelievable in here, and I can only imagine what it's going to be like on Friday, January 28th, when Eagle Fight Club makes its United States debut.
Yeah, it's going to be a great show. Look, Miami is red hot right now. Ever since the epidemic, people have been coming from New York, California. People are pouring into here. It's a place where it's a really international city. It's a magnet for athletes, for celebrities. We have tremendous city support here. Ken Russell, who is one of the commissioners, has been helping us pull things together. There's a great talent pool here. There's a lot of talented people that you see in this room right now that are all very much behind this project, and it's a great facility. You can see that. This is an 88,000 square foot building that was built by Screen Gems. It's a state-of-the-art production facility. We have 2 stages. You're in the Flex Arena right now, which was actually designed by one of the top nightclub designers in Miami. So we wanted to create this cool VIP club vibe in here, which I think we were successful at. And we have another studio that's empty next door that we'll be able to do additional events, maybe other sports in the future.
Now, Alan, I see that it is an intimate venue that we have here at the Flex Arena, only a few hundred people, but for those watching around the world, how can they watch Eagle Fight Club 44? How do they go about the process in doing so?
Glad you asked that most important question. Any of you right now that's sitting here right now can go on their phone and go to goflx.com, and you can register for the FlexCast app. We're actually streaming it live over the FlexCast app. Every single event, the January 28th event and every event we do in the future will be streamed live over the FlexCast app. And in addition, we'll have lots of on-demand product on there. So right now we have prior fights that were done with EFC. They're packaged up as full events, or you can see them as individual fights. We have highlight shows, you know, best submissions, best knockouts, and so on, and we'll continue to add more and more content as time goes on. It's going to be anything that engages combat sports enthusiasts.
That's what I love about the FlexCast app. If you haven't gone ahead and signed up, by all means, make sure to do so now, is that there is so much more content than just the actual fight itself. And I know that it's something that you're very focused in on, making sure that the fans have so much access to the fighters and the behind the scenes and original content to where you can fully understand what Eagle Fight Club is all about.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We're going to be doing a lot of original programming here, and down the road, like I said, we have another stage. We've already been talking to, you know, obviously Eagle Fight Club is our core programming. That's what we're building the franchise around. But we are looking at boxing, you know, pro skateboarding, esports, other things that might be interested to the fans of Eagle Fight Club to see as well.
And now we will touch base. And Alan, we appreciate your time and everything you do as Flex Media CEO. But we go from one entity to another with the Eagle Fight Club CEO, a man who I've been fortunate to know for well over a decade. Risvan Magomedov, when it comes to behind the scenes, he certainly went ahead and worked with Khabib Nurmagomedov throughout the entirety of his career. He's seen so much in the sport of mixed martial arts and in the fight business in general, lends his expertise to what Eagle Fight Club is all about. Risvan, for you, you're a familiar face to MMA hardcore fans, having been cornerman manager. You certainly know the business frontwards and backwards, upside down as well. What led you to being involved as the Eagle Fight Club CEO?
Thank you, Ray. And first of all, I just want to thank everyone who come here tonight for this press conference, and welcome. I just want to welcome you in this beautiful arena. Our team put a really hard effort, you know, put everything together. I hope you guys like it. And yeah, going back to your question, Ray, it's actually everything. It's very interesting, right? Everything started with just an idea, you know, idea that was in the head of a few people's, and it occasionally happened that Habib started launch his promotion Eagle FC more than a year ago, and I put great, tremendous shows back there in Russia, and we here on the another side of the ocean, you know, was looking, you know, and visualizing the ideas how we're gonna develop the sport and make it bigger and cooler. And this is where actually my friend Elliot will come on the board, and he just shared all the ideas and visions and supported us. And just to say a long story short, we're finally here, you know, in this arena with the scheduled first main event, with the scheduled first event in the USA, like to say our USA debut. And just to say a few words generally about the industry of MMA, it's it's the fastest growing sport right now, right? There is more than 500 people around the world are fans of MMA who's watching and who's seen all the show. And you know, I feel obligated, personally me, I feel obligated that we need to do something great for these people, to deliver, you know, to great content, to put, discover new talents out there in the world, because so many are great fighters and big prospects and undiscovered superstars out there, and we have to work on this, and we're gonna make this thing big, guys.
Risvan, why Miami for the United States home base of Eagle Fight Club? You could have gone anywhere and built an amazing facility, but why here in Miami as we get set for the debut of Eagle Fight Club in the United States on Friday, January 28th?
Miami actually, it's like it's been for years, you know, like main hotspot for the tourists in this country, and but now it's becoming, you know, more and more people like moving here from all other states, more people moving here from all other countries. It's becoming like international place, and more business oriented, and honestly, the environment here, you know, and everything is so good that, you know, it's really great place to have a show in our headquarters here, and not only in Miami but in Florida general, because when you see everything that's going on. And by the way, you have to give the props to Governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis, and I'm just gonna take this opportunity and invite him. If you will see that, invite him to our first show here in the FLX Arena on January 28th. But Miami is a great place, and we all agreed that this is the right place to make it happen. There's so many other like prominent gym. There's so many athletes. By the way, most of the fighters who's fighting on the first card is like local guys. Here, Rashad Drive here, Tyrone Drive here. Some of the other fighters on the card. They just, it's a great place, man. It's a great place, and honestly, I'm really happy that we're here today.
Risvan, what are some things you're looking forward to? I know you're involved in other endeavors when it comes to the Eagle Fight Club, but can you kind of give us a little bit of peek behind the curtain as to some things you're working on alongside with Habib as well?
Well, there's many things that we're working, you know. We're trying to develop it, and with using like very high technology at our end, you know, our partner company working on a big project. You know, nowadays this technology thing is like growing so fast, and every other day there's some new inventions, some new kind of things, and with all this crypto and blockchain technology, this is craziness what's going on over there. If you look at the new reality, this metaverse thing with NFT is something like unique. It's like a new reality, like virtual reality, and to not implement it into our like business into our business model, into our entertainment model, it's not going to be, you know, smart from our side. So we just like partner up with a fintech company providers that building a great project, blockchain project for us, and I think we're gonna break some great news soon. And all this like new technology, I believe it's gonna give better access to view our live events and all other merchandise and NFTs, whatever it is, you know. It's gonna be good things.
We are very excited, Risvan. And now, Elliot, before we go ahead and bring up the fighters, how excited are you for the U.S. debut of Eagle Fight Club on Friday, January 28th, the Flex Arena? What a palace it is for fighters. I'm sure they are going to be able to compete at the highest level. But in terms of you getting involved in how excited you are for Friday, January 28th.
First of all, very excited to be here in Miami. But what I'm here for today is to bring a little New York City flair to Miami. But it's not about New York City or Miami, it's about the world. So when I was a kid, growing up, I used to love baseball, the sport of baseball. And I heard a term that I didn't understand. I was 6 or 8 years old. It was called baseball purists. For the love of the game. What drew me to Risvan and Khabib and this team here, which is incredible, is the fact that they're taking MMA to a level of being for the love of the sport. Purists, MMA purists. I want to connect the world to Miami, to New York City, because I'm from New York, and bring it all together.
We are certainly going to do that, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome, and we want to thank Elliot. We want to thank Risvan, Habib, Alan as well, ladies and gentlemen. Habib's got one thing to say. When the boss has something to say, we stop everything. So,
I have message for Dana White. If you don't know, now you know.
oh, okay. That is a way to end the front office personnel. Give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. The Brain Trust behind Eagle Fight Club, also Flex Media as well.
I want to say one thing also, very, very important. You know, Khabib and Risvan, it's drew me to understand one thing. They build fighters for the love of the sport and not for the hype of the sport. We're not here to sell Irish whiskey. We're not here to create the buzz that's really artificial. We want to bring this level of the sport to a new dimension. And Risvan was talking about the fintech companies and bringing this new technology through blockchain and through maybe possibly the metaverse. I was talking to Ali Abdelaziz. I said I would buy his NFT, his face, and be an avatar inside of the metaverse. But the metaverse is the new internet, and it will connect Miami to the world. So I thank you all for being here, and I love Miami. And the truth is, my good friend Eric Adams in New York City, I'm going to try to get him down over here for the fight on January 28th.
All right, we appreciate it, Elliot. Thank you so much. Round of applause again for Alan, Habib, Risvan, and Elliot as well. Thank you very much. And yes, Ali, outstanding MMA manager as well. When it comes to finding talent, these guys know it. And look, I'm looking at the roster with Eagle Fight Club. Oh my gosh, you are going to get some world-class fighters going inside the cage. Thank you very much, gentlemen. And now I bring up and I want to make way for the fighters that'll be involved for Friday, January 28th here at the FLX Arena here in Miami. Again, Eagle Fight Club 44 making its highly anticipated United States debut. Habib mentioned it. We have a tremendous main event. If you like toe-to-toe, hand-to-hand combat, if you like guys that are going to go out there and look for the knockout and try to finish each other off, look no further than our main event of the evening for Friday, January 28th. I'm talking about, first of all, this man, an accomplished kickboxer, undefeated boxer who dabbled in the world of MMA, but is now coming back to the sport. He's known as the King of the Ring. Can he become the King of the Cage on Friday, January 28th? He'll take a step back in that direction in his Eagle Fight Club debut, headlining our first event here in the United States. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Tyrone Spong, ladies and gentlemen. His opponent on Friday, January 28th from the FLX Arena here in Miami. He's a veteran of the sport. He's remained a top-tier heavyweight throughout the entirety of a combat sports career that dates all the way back to the glory days of Pride in Japan. And he's still fighting at such a high level and looks in an unbelievable shape. With an incredible MMA career that spans 33 victories, including an impressive 22 of those 33 wins by knockout. He's faced a who's who in the world of mixed martial arts, and he will make his Eagle Fight Club debut on Friday, January 28th against Tyrone Spong. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sergey Hiratonov. And this guy, he's making his Eagle Fight Club debut. He's a true MMA legend. He was inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame back in 2019. The man known as Sugar was the winner of the Ultimate Fighter Season number 2, would later claim the UFC Light Heavyweight Championship of the world with consecutive victories over the likes of Michael the Count Bisping, Chuck the Iceman Liddell, and Forrest Griffin. In 2019, Rashad Evans walked away from the world of MMA, but his passion for competition still remains, and he's ready to return to the cage, and the MMA world, Eagle Fight Club, welcomes him with open arms. Ladies and gentlemen, the former UFC Light Heavyweight Champion of the world, Sugar Rashad Evans. These gentlemen will be involved on Friday, January 28th. I will start off with you, Tyrone. You're accomplished multiple-time world champion in kickboxing, undefeated boxer, but you haven't competed in MMA since that of 2013. Why do you feel right now is the time to return to the sport, especially as we head towards your main event matchup on Friday, January 28th?
First off, I came here for Hasbullah, but he's not here.
Yes, that's another question, Habib. Like, you know, we're looking for, is Hasbullah going to be making his U.S. debut at some point? Do you know if that's in the works? Can you elaborate on that?
You have to elaborate.
I have to.
Yeah.
Is it Hezbollah?
Will Hasbulla be making his U.S. debut at some point? I know he loves. Actually, he did an interview, Habib. I don't know if you saw this. He did an interview saying they asked him what he prefers, the UFC or Eagle Fight Club. He went to your event on last weekend, and he goes, he favors Eagle Fight Club 51% over the UFC 49%.
But who knows? He knows, like, if Hezbollah won, who can stop this guy? I don't think even Tyrone Spong can stop him, you know.
Tyrone, so obviously, okay, Hasbulla is not here, but you will be here on Friday, January 28th. Let's talk about your matchup as you take on Sergey Hiratonov.
It's an interesting matchup. I know Kharitonov for many years. He trained in the Netherlands. We traveled over the world on the same events. I saw him in Japan with the K1, with Pride, and now our paths collide, and January we're gonna have a fight. That's it. Everybody who knows me knows that I like challenges. I did all 3 disciplines on the highest level. And this is a big challenge. I mean, look at the guy, he's a polar bear. So we're gonna hunt the bear.
Sergey, when they asked you to take on Tyrone Spong and to be a part of Eagle Fight Club's U.S. debut in just over a month, why did you feel Eagle Fight Club was the right place for your career? And also, let's talk about your showdown against Tyrone Spong. We have
Да, может так.
his mic on, the translator.
Да, может так, без микрофона, если слышно.
Сергей, когда тебе предложили бой против Тайрона Спонга и предложили выйти в Eagle FC, сделать свой дебют, что ты вообще думаешь по этому поводу и по поводу организации и оппонентов?
Всем добрый день. На самом деле для меня большая честь выступить здесь в первом турнире у Хабиба Нурмагомедова в Америке, главный бой вечера. И я, честно говоря, даже не думал, а сказал да сразу, потому что это и Тайрон Спонг достойный оппонент, он также является ударником в большей степени, как и я. Так что думаю, что мы покажем красивый зрелищный поединок.
Hello, everybody. When I was offered a fight against Tyrone Spong, I didn't even think for a second, and I accepted the fight. It's an honor for me to make my debut with Habib's promotion, Eagle Fight Club, and it's an honor for me to fight Tyrone Spong. He's a stand-up fighter, and I am known to be a boxer too, so we're going to show a very good fight. It's going to be an exciting fight.
No, I think it is can't miss. And Sugar Rashad Evans, welcome back. It is such a thrill to be able to watch you compete, especially on Friday, January 28th with Eagle FC 44. But you know what the world wants to know from you. Been away from competition since 2018. Why did you decide to come back to the world of MMA?
You know, I felt as if like it was just calling me. You know, I've been training for years, ever since I stopped competing, and it just felt like something was missing. You know, it's just something in my blood that that I feel like I still need to get out of me. You know, I enjoy being on the outside. I enjoy being an analyst and talking about the fights, but there's nothing like going in there and feeling it. You know, there's nothing like the process that your mind and your body goes through when you're in the training camp and when you're out there fighting. So, I'm 42 years old, and I'm not, I don't have illusions of grandeur at all. I just, looking forward to just going out there and competing and just having fun and just, letting it all hang out.
Now, Tyrone, we saw that Rashad is coming back to MMA. You went ahead and amassed an undefeated record as a professional boxer, 14-0. You claimed the WBC and WBO Latino titles, also active kickboxer as well. But why did you decide to return to the world of MMA? How much was MMA training on your mind as you had your absence away from active MMA competition?
Well, I think this is a golden opportunity. My brother here is doing an amazing job, not only as an ambassador of the sport, but now also as a coach, a promoter. I have the utmost respect, not for the champion or what, but for the human he is, and I feel honored to be part of the debut of Eagle FC here in the United States. Honored to be the main event. That shows that you know, kind of value and the respect they're giving me, and I like challenges. I mean, I haven't fought MMA for years, but I think I'm that guy.
Rashad, did it make signing with Eagle Fight Club easier because of the fact that you have someone like Habib who's been in the cage, who has gone ahead and fought at the highest level, who knows what you guys go through? Habib walked in this building yesterday here at the Flex Arena alongside Ali and also Risvan, and right away he was thinking about ways about how the fighters would respond, and it wasn't what was better for the promotion, it was about what's good for the fighters, for you guys, locker room sizes, and making sure everything was so particular to make sure to benefit, maximize your performance. But why did you decide to sign with Eagle Fight Club?
Yeah, I mean, you know, to be on this card and to be on the first card in America for Habib was an honor. You know, Habib is somebody who I have a tremendous amount of respect for, and you know, to be a part of this, I felt that it'd be something special. You know, I've been trying to get in a fight for a while, and it just hasn't worked out. But you know, it feels like it's going to work out this time, and I feel as if, like, you know, this promotion is going to do some big things, and if I can, you know, be a part of it in any kind of way, then I'll be happy to do that.
Well, now for Sergey, you know, we talked about how Tyrone Spong's been away from MMA competition since 2013. Do you feel like your experience being in the cage many times over again, he's 2-0 as a mixed martial artist. You obviously have 33 victories, 22 of those by knockout. Do you feel like your experience is going to play a big factor in your main event against Tyrone Spong?
Сергей, нам известно, что Тайрон с 2013 года не выступал по правилам ММА, и его профессиональный рекорд 2-0. У тебя огромный опыт в этом спорте, и ты думаешь, у тебя будет преимущество, твое преимущество в этом, что ты участвуешь постоянно по ММА, а Тайрон вот уже, скажем, 8 лет не участвовал?
У меня будет преимущество в опыте в ММА, да. Но Тайрон не выступал по правилам ММА, но выступал по правилам бокса. Провел 14 боев по правилам профессионального бокса. 14-0 у него. Также выступал по правилам К1. В принципе, по большому счету у нас бой, ну, скорее всего, пройдет в стойке. Так что Тайрон меня моложе на 5 лет. Мне 41, ему 36. Так что у него преимущество, наверное, в том, что он моложе меня, да. У меня больше преимущества в опыте ММА. Ну, в любом случае, будем готовиться, сделаем все для того, чтобы однозначно поединок прошел ярко. Ну и сделаю все для победы.
Given those stats, Tyrone hasn't fought in MMA since 2013, but he has competed in professional boxing as well as K1, but I'm sure he's been training as well. And I'm pretty sure our fight is going to take place standing, so those stats don't mean anything because of the boxing involved and the K1. So I promise you one thing, it's going to be a very exciting fight, and I'm ready. Tyrone is a professional, and it's going to be a good fight.
Tyrone, your original matchup was supposed to be Antonio Silva. Now it's Sergey Hiratonov. How does that change your preparation, if any?
It doesn't change my preparation too much. I mean, it's no secret. Most guys would not want to stand and trade with me. I don't fall for any of the talks. Nobody wants to keep it standing with me, but we'll see. You know, so they're both big guys. I'm undersized in a sense, but I make up for it with different things, you know. So we're gonna see. I'm excited actually now, even more than before, because I'm here. I see the media, I see the people, so I'm excited.
This guy likes to go out and he likes to tear people's heads off. I mean, it's no mistake about it. He wants to go out there and finish fights in impressive fashion. Do you like the fact that it's probably not going to be too hard to find him inside that cage on Friday, January 28th?
I mean, he's big. He's not hard to miss. I mean, you know, but let's see. I like that too, so let's make it happen.
Sergey, do you think your size will play a factor in the fight?
Сергей, не думаешь ли ты, что то, что ты больше больше него намного телосложением, весом, и это будет преимуществом для тебя?
Так у нас же ограничение 120 килограмм. Я думаю, сколько Тайрон Спонг весит? Сколько он весит? Килограмм 110, наверное, не меньше. Так что там небольшое будет преимущество.
There's going to be a limit of 265 pounds, 120 kilos. How much does Tyrone weigh? But I don't know how much does he weigh, but there's going to be a limit, so we're going to have to fit in there.
All right, that is Sergey Kharitonov getting ready for his main event matchup against Tyrone Spong. We mentioned that we have our main event matchup, and Rashad Evans, you don't have an opponent yet. I know there have been a few names being floated around your way, but what are you looking for in an opponent on Friday, January 28th? You have fought and beaten the world's best. So what are you looking for in an opponent? Does it have to be a big name? Are you looking for a big name? Are you looking more for a young, hungry contender? Where does Rashad Evans' mindset in terms of when he signs on that dotted line? Your name's already on the dotted line, but who do you want to be standing across the cage from you on Friday, January 28th?
I'm looking for a fighter who, who brings a fight out of me. Once I sign on the dotted line, it doesn't really matter for the most part who I fight. I'm ready to fight. And, the way my mindset is right now, I'm looking forward to it, and I'm eager to fight whoever, name, no name, young, I don't know. It doesn't matter. See, it's a fight, and it's easy to overthink it and try to pick the perfect opponent, but at the end of the day, you got to get into the cage with that person, and it's just going to be you and them. And, the best man's going to get his hand raised. So to be picky about who I have to fight, it doesn't matter. Yeah, the job's got to be done the same way at the end of the day.
With everything you've accomplished in your career, what are you hoping that moving forward, Friday, January 28th, and in 2022 with Eagle Fight Club, what are you hoping to accomplish in this next run of your career as you further add on to your legacy?
I don't know. I'm not looking to accomplish anything. I think that just getting out here and just having a fight and competing is gift enough. I think that sometimes we want to put a label on it and we want to say this has to be this or this has to be that. At the end of the day, I'm just looking to compete and just have a good time doing it. In today's world, there's not a lot of guarantees. Who knows what's going to happen tomorrow. And if I get a chance to go out there and compete from the bottom of my heart and have fun doing it, then that's reward enough for me.
Habib, when it comes to the three men on the stage here, why did you decide to go out and sign these guys for the Eagle FC US debut coming up as we head towards Friday, January 28th? Was there a specific criteria that you were looking for? You obviously, we know how hard you train. We know the guys you train with, and it is nonstop. You guys are high-level professionals, but what were you looking for when it comes to amassing and putting together this card as we head towards the Eagle FC US debut?
It's like nothing special because these guys are great fighters, and Rashad is a legend. These guys, they're legend inside the cage and inside the ring. How many fights Sergey and Tyrone they have in kickboxing, in boxing, and we just try to make very good card in debut end of the January, and not only like Rashad, Tyrone, and Sergey, we're gonna have some great big prospects too fighting in the same card. We're gonna have like a couple more veterans from UFC, UFC former bantamweight champion Renan Barao, it's like lot of good guys on same card, a lot of great fights, and we just try to make a good fight card for fans, because it's gonna be a lot of people gonna watch on this card, you know, and we try our best.
And the way you can watch Friday, January 28th on the FLX Cast app, make sure to sign up before you go ahead, and we have that event on Friday, January 28th. I'm going to quickly go around real quick and ask these guys their predictions and what can they looking forward to. Rashad, when fans watch you on Friday, January 28th, Eagle FC 44 down here at the Flex Arena in Miami, what can the world expect out of Sugar Rashad Evans?
You can expect me to go out there and fight from the bottom of my heart and just, you know, bring some of that sugar back, you know. At the end of the day, this is something that I really love to do, something that I miss doing. You know, there's something about a fight that that I miss so much. You know, the whole process of it, from training camp to get inside that cage, and just going out there and feeling it, you know, and leaving it all out there, and just the uncertainty of what's going to happen is enough. You know, is better than any roller coaster in the world. So I'm gonna go out there and leave it all out there. They can be sure of that.
Sugar Rashad Evans, ladies and gentlemen. And now I'm going to ask Sergey his prediction for his main event matchup against Tyrone Spong.
Что должны фанаты ожидать от этого боя? От твоего боя против Tyrone Spong?
Жесткого, яркого противостояния. Будем биться как настоящие воины.
Very tough and exciting fight. That's what you should expect.
Tyrone, how's it going down on Friday, January 28th against Sergey Hiratonov?
I think he's right. You know, if he keeps his word and he comes to bang, then it's going to be a hell of a fight. I'm just bringing my A game. I mean, I don't have to say what I bring. I always bring exciting fights. I always go for the knockout. We don't get paid overtime. So if I can go home quick, I want to go home, you know. So that's it. I'm looking forward to it. Sergey is a respected opponent. He's no pushover. So let's give the fans something. I like violence.
I mean, I think that's the perfect way to end the fighters up here, as Tyrone Spong saying he likes violence, and Khabib Nurmagomedov, if you saw him, he was going ahead and putting his hands together. That's how excited he is. Tyrone Spong, Sergey Hiratonov, Sugar Rashad Evans, ladies and gentlemen, they are part of Eagle FC 44 on Friday, January 28th. We got one more special guest, Sergey, Tyrone, Rashad, thank you very much. Khabib, go ahead and stay up here as we have the newest signing to the world of Eagle FC. This man was notably a free agent, but now we have him under the Eagle FC banner following a 7-year run in the UFC. He challenged for a title in 2017, known as the Motown Phenom. When we talk about exciting fighters, this man brings it inside the cage, outside the cage. He's bringing his talents to South Beach, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome the newest signing for Eagle FC. I present to you Kevin Lee. Kevin, when it comes to being up here on this stage with the kind of talent, this is MMA royalty that we see. What does it mean for you to be the newest member to this roster?
It's amazing. Walking into this building feels like a fresh start. I can feel like a new energy. And to be around a great champion and great champions in the past and try and follow in their footsteps, it's amazing. It's a big, I feel like it's big shoes to fill, and I'm here to do that.
Now, have you thought about what weight class you're going to dive into? I mean, Habib was talking, said wants to bring in 65, wants to go to 75. Have you thought about, I think to my knowledge, you said in a perfect world earlier in your career, 165, that would be perfect for me. Habib mentioned that a few minutes ago. Is that where you're going to go ahead and try to focus in on?
Yeah, that was a big part of this decision. I'm really grateful that Eagle FC is willing to do a 165-pound division. I think it's going to benefit a lot of guys, and I'm the best one in the world at that weight. I've said that for a long time, and it's a big part of the reason why I'm coming over. I'll be the first 165-pound world champion. There's been world champions at 55. There's been world champions at 70. And I'll be the first one. And it feels nice to make a little piece of history for mixed martial arts.
Is it also nice that you have someone like Habib that you've watched him at the highest level, win world titles, dominate the world's best, that now he's looking after you guys, the fighters, and making sure that you guys are taken care of?
Yeah, I mean, that's really one of the biggest reasons why I signed with him. I've seen his rise through the UFC. I know how hard it is to be a champion, and I know how hard it is to stay a champion. That's one thing, but then I start seeing what he was able to do outside the cage and supporting his teammates and training other people, and now he's getting into promoting, and I give him credit for that. I've said a lot about the man in the past, and I wanted to fight him, and I wanted to test myself against him. I only want to do that with people that I respect. And since his retirement and since all this stuff, my respect has grown. So I'm happy to go in there and shed some blood.
So when can we expect to see you make your Eagle FC debut? I mean, could it be potentially on Friday, January 28th? Have you thought about maybe late winter, early springtime?
I think the date is March 11th. That sounds good to me. You know, I'm going to move down here to Miami, set up. This is the home of Eagle, so it'll be my home. And it'll be a great start to a partnership, and we'll start it on March 11th. We'll go in there and put on a show.
Habib, how does that make you feel knowing that this man's going to move here to Miami, the home base of Eagle FC here in the United States?
I feel great, you know, it's like this is one of the things what I want to change. I don't want, like people call this promotion like from Russia. This is now become a global promotion, and headquarter, it's gonna be here in Miami, you know. And I'm very happy to all this sign like Sergey, Kevin, Tyrone, Rashad, Barao, Ray, Borg. We signed a lot of fighters last like couple weeks, and we have a lot of great news. It's coming up in 2022.
Well, as Khabib mentioned, the fact of Renan Barao, Ray Borg, I mean, the talent pool is absolutely loaded when it comes to the roster of Eagle FC. I see a lot of distinguished media members out in the audience. My good friend, the Schmo that I know from Chicago, by all means, if you have questions, raise your hand and we will give you a microphone, and then make sure to ask your questions. If you have any questions for any of the fighters up here, and also Khabib Nurmagomedov, the former UFC lightweight champion of the world and promoter of Eagle Fight Club, by all means, raise your hand to ask a question. I'll turn it over to the media. Also, Amy is here as well, the great Amy Kaplan. So if you have questions, by all means, go ahead and raise your hand. We have questions from the media. Here you go.
Tyrone, Rashad told me this past weekend he's very excited to just be on a card with you. You guys have a really close relationship. How excited are you to be on a card with him?
Oh, man, it's crazy because 11 years ago, I came down here to help him prepare. He's my brother. I call him my brother because he's like, I'm so close to him. And trained together for years. I helped him prepare for many big main events in the UFC. And this is just a humbling experience. It shows how life works, how the world works. And now he's supporting me. I'm a main event on an MMA card, and he's fighting on the same card. It makes the circle round, you know, so I'm very excited, very grateful too.
Also want to acknowledge quickly before we get to Amy, the broadcast team that'll be involved on Friday, January 28th. Our play-by-play man, Cyrus Fees, is in the house. Round of applause for Cyrus Fees. Also, we have former UFC standout Felicia Spencer, and Henry Cejudo will be on commentary as well, and our good friend over there, I forget his name, handling the Spanish commentary as well. So our broadcast team right there in the middle, ladies and gentlemen, to my right, and by all means, we have that along with Henry Cejudo, so we have a decorated broadcast team. Amy Kaplan, by all means.
This question is for Habib. A lot of fighters have been asking how they can sign with Eagle FC. What sort of fighters are you looking for, and what can they do to kind of get your attention?
Honestly, like, of course, we have to sign some big names to bring some attention. And right now we have, like you guys say, like 7, 8 very big names. And it's gonna be most of them. We sign now a big prospect. And on January, end of the January, we already have like some good prospects. And you guys gonna know about this. And 23, 25 years old, beasts from around the world, from everywhere, and this is a goal, create some champions in our platform, Eagle FC.
Question for Khabib. You mentioned 165-pound and 175-pound weight division. What other weight divisions will you have, and will they be increments of 10 pounds?
I think we're gonna have 135, 145, 155, 65, 85, and 205, of course, and heavyweight. I think maybe we're gonna cancel 125 for beginning, but on future we'll see if we can sign some big names like I think like this. This is not like a final decision, but for sure we're gonna make 165 and 175 for sure.
Will you have a female division of any weight class?
We'll see if you have good fighters. You can talk with our matchmakers. We're gonna think about this. Because right now it's like female fighters. It's like even we can watch like UFC call Amanda Nunes is like greatest of all time. Like we can watch what Juliana Pena did with Amanda, but Juliana Pena she is not like greatest or something like this. She just beat Amanda Nunes and we can watch not many good fighters around the world, only like 5, 6, and we'll see.
More questions from the media as we get ready to wind down. Also, I want to mention that Eagle FC, certainly a global MMA organization. Christian Moreno in the middle, not only he does our English commentary when the Russian events are going on, so Christian Moreno, outstanding broadcaster as well. Another question from the media, by all means.
Yeah, thank you so much. Question for Khabib. Will you have a custom belt, like the BMF belt, the baddest motherfucker belt, or will you just be going through the weights, just 55, 65?
No, it's gonna be like one, like from weights, I don't know about, like, what do you mean, what belt?
In the UFC, they have the BMF belt?
I know this.
Oh, yes, sir.
I know, it was like...
like a prop belt, you mean? Or are there prop belts going to be on?
No, makes sense,
Yeah.
I don't think about this,
Okay.
I don't think we're going to have like this.
Sure.
But who knows, like maybe for humble fighters, maybe Kevin Lee want to fight for this belt.
I might do that one. Yeah, you just get that one to me.
We'll see, but...
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I don't think these guys need belts because they're all BMFs. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, we have world-class fighters, Kevin Lee, Sergey Hiratonov, the former UFC lightweight champion of the world, Khabib Nurmagomedov, Tyrone Spong, Sugar Rashad Evans. Just look at them and their careers. It speaks for itself. More questions from the media.
I don't need a fake made-up belt,
Exactly.
I'd rather get the weight class. I think that's important, and that's going to make history. It's a 165-pound division. That's new, brand new, But when we look back on this in future generations and future times, this would be the first one, and I think it'll be history in the making. They've done it in boxing. They've added these weight classes, and then people come after them, and I think that's what we're starting here.
In the back.
Question to Kevin. We know that you step here as a fighter, but before you have in UFC you have many times like your potential opponent Habib. I mean, what kind of feelings and what kind of thoughts you have that now you in?
Can you repeat one more time? Sorry, I couldn't hear the.
I mean, now before you in the UFC, you have a potential of, opponent is Habib. As we are watching for this fight many times, I mean, potential fight, but now time changed and you now in the business. What kind of feelings you have now?
Yeah, life is amazing. Sometimes, you know, it's better to work together and be partners in this and grow something, and still get the same thing accomplished without having to fight each other. This sport, at the end of the day, is about respect, and that's something that I think we can get through without having to fight. So by us doing that, I think we can set the precedent and move the sport along from, you know, the bullshit and the Conor McGregor style of trash talking and all this. I think we can move the sport along, and he's a great champion, and he's done fighting, and now we'll move on to a different time in the sport. You know, I'm not one of these young guys. I've been around the sport for a long time. I'm a vet. I've had a lot of fights, but I haven't even hit my prime yet. So to have him help me get to my prime, I think that's more important than us fighting each other.
I also want to say that I think it's refreshing that a fighter who has fought at the highest level in Khabib Nurmagomedov is diving into the promotional world, because he does know what you guys go through, Kevin, and the fact that he's been there, done that. I think that instead of him being a promoter and saying, I think you should do this, or I'm going to pay you this, whatever the case may be, he's been there. So he knows what you guys have to go through. And I think from a respect standpoint, that is more advantageous. And I think that you like fighting for a guy that, hey, look, he's been in there. The guy's undefeated, and he's beaten the world's best. So he knows what it takes to be able to get ready for a fight and compete.
Absolutely. I think that's a big part of my decision to come over here. And for just the fellow fighters, too, free agency is amazing. Like, you can have – I had so many offers. I really got to test and see what I was actually worth. And I chose to go with Khabib because, like you said, he's been there and done that. He's a great champion. So when some of these other promoters will tell you what to do, it kind of goes in one ear and out the other. But when you know somebody has already been there and they actually understand what you're going through, it makes a big difference. And I think it's the evolution of the sport is for us to start becoming our own promoters.
Habib, I'm looking at a guy next to your manager, Ali, and he's a badass, tremendous, former world champion. I love watching this guy tear off opponents' heads and knock them out, put them away. I know he's diving into the world of pro wrestling, but Junior Dos Santos, I mean, I don't know if he's a free agent or not. Maybe I'm just starting controversy here, but have you talked about him? Is there a reason why he's here and kind of being quiet and just smiling? I mean, have you had conversations with him, Habib?
You know, we invite today him to, you know, it's like, yeah, we work on this. We work on this. We want to sign him. We want to sign him. You know, it's like he's one of the greatest striker in UFC history, you know, former UFC heavyweight champion, you know. And, you know, it's like what interesting about him, it was long time ago, more than 10 years ago, when he was fighting versus Cain Velasquez. And that time, I don't even train with Cain. You know, I don't even I was like just. It was 2010, 11. It was like I'm just signed with the UFC. I think it was November. Yeah, I remember it was November. They sent me contract. It was November. I just signed with the UFC, and I was watching his fight versus Cain Velasquez. He made me so upset. You know. Cain was my favorite fighter, and he became UFC heavyweight champion at that time. It was, I think, debut UFC on Fox. Yeah, I remember everything at that time, but you know,
he's got a great memory, doesn't he? Habib's got a great memory.
I still believe it was like maybe a little bit like maybe because I was support Cain Velasquez, but after that they fight a couple more times. You know, and Junior is a legend, you know, legend of this sport. And honestly, we really want to sign him. We wanna sign him not only for MMA, and we're gonna talk about boxing match too. Even
boxing match? Wait a minute.
Yes.
Hold on a minute.
Like,
Talking about a boxing match, Habib?
no, even it's like about Tyrone Spong. Already like big promoters from boxing, they contact with me about they wanna make some big show with Tyrone Spong, like maybe versus Anthony Joshua and Ruiz, Mexican guy. You know, like they very interesting. You know, it's like, can you imagine if Junior Dos Santos, like even versus Kharitonov boxing match, or Junior Dos Santos versus Tyrone Spong boxing match? Like we have a lot of option. You know, and already like boxing promotion, they really interesting on this match. And we'll see. You know, we have great future. You have a lot of opportunity. But first of all, we have to finish with him. We have to sign Junior Dos Santos, and then we can talk about a lot of stuff.
Kevin, you were shaking your head. You were like, oh, yeah, it sounds good. You know, let me go ahead and get in the world of boxing as well. I mean, Eagle FC certainly not just doing MMA. I mean, obviously our MMA venture on Friday, January 28th. But, I mean, you were very, you liked what you heard from Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Yeah, that's speaking as a fan of the sport, you know. Like you said, to see Tyrone Spong versus any of these guys, Anthony Joshua, Andy Ruiz, like, man, that'd be amazing. So it's mostly speaking as a fan of the sport, you know. MMA is my love, so we'll stick with that first.
Well, I like Joe Santos. He was like, yeah, it sounds good, MMA too, and, you know, maybe some boxing. I mean, this guy knocks out people for a living, as does all the men on here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are excited. Friday, January 28th. Join us here at the Flex Arena for Eagle FC 44, a big night of MMA as we make our United States debut here from the Flex Arena in Miami. A round of applause again for Sugar Rashad Evans, Tyrone Spong, Sergey Hiratonov, Kevin Lee, also the promoter and the former UFC lightweight champion of the world, Khabib Nurmagomedov. I'm Ray Flores. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you during Fight Week as we get set for Eagle FC 44 on Friday, January 28th. Have a great holiday, everybody, and we'll see you in the new year as we kick off a new world in the world of MMA. Have a great one, everybody. Also, if you want one-on-one interviews, I believe you want to see our publicist, Daniela. By all means, Daniela will set up the one-on-one interviews with the fighters if you want to go ahead and talk with them individually for your media outlets. Thank you. These fighters, it is our main event of Eagle FC 44, coming your way from the Flex Arena here in Miami.